Picture this. A crowded cafe on a Friday evening. Music in the background, conversations buzzing, everyone trying to be noticed. One man is cracking jokes, loud and animated, hoping for attention. Another flashes his watch, his clothes, his car keys. And then there's a third man, quiet, steady, almost invisible at first glance. He sits back, calm, listening more than speaking. Minutes pass and something interesting happens. The women in the room, the same ones who laughed at the loud guy's jokes, begin glancing toward the quiet one. They can't quite explain why, but they feel something different about him. It's not his looks or his clothes or what he owns. It's his energy. He isn't restless. He isn't performing. He isn't chasing. He simply is, and that stillness pulls them in like gravity. This is the hidden truth about attraction. Women notice energy before anything else. A man who is desperate, who talks too fast, who tries too hard exposes his need. But a man who stays calm, who doesn't flinch when tested, creates mystery. He makes her wonder, why doesn't he react like everyone else? What makes him so steady? That is the power of Stoicism. Not coldness, not pretending to be made of stone, but mastery. The man who feels desire but does not become desperate. The man who feels anger but does not lose control. The man who feels nervous but does not show weakness. His restraint speaks louder than words ever could, and women feel it immediately. Imagine another scene. A woman tests you with attitude. Most men would argue, plead, or get defensive, but you don't. You lean back, a half smile on your face, and say calmly, I don't argue. Let's take a breath and talk it through. The tension dissolves. She looks at you differently. Why? Because you showed her something rare, stability. And stability is magnetic. Or think of the simple act of asking her out. Most men stutter, over-explain, or fish for guarantees. You, on the other hand, keep it plain. I'm grabbing coffee at 6 on Tuesday. Join if you're free. If she says yes, perfect. If she hesitates, you nod once and move on. You do not chase. You do not negotiate. Your presence alone does the work. This is the secret most men never realize. Real attraction doesn't come from doing more. It comes from needing less. The less you need approval, the more powerful your attention becomes. The less you try to prove yourself, the more she wants to be noticed by you. It's not a trick. It's human psychology. And this presence shows up everywhere. When life throws chaos at you, you don't panic. You breathe, you act. When others raise their voices, you lower yours. When the world rushes, you move at your own pace. That calm, that centeredness is what makes you unforgettable. At the end of the day, you don't need lines. You don't need games. You don't need to be anyone but yourself. Your best, most disciplined self. The man who can walk away, not because he is cold, but because he is whole, becomes rare in a world full of noise and insecurity. And once you become that man, no woman can resist you.